solar house, then others will do that, and it will be very good for the environment, and they are houses that don't pollute. So I found a piece of property. Hank Pantilla, who's my wonderful architect, he and I looked at a number of pieces of property and ended up with the one on 700. Then the next question was, who's going to build that house? And I found Ray Miller, who was willing to take on this experience, which was actually an adventure on. And neither one of them had ever done a solar house. So it was an adventure for all three of us. And the two of them were willing to take the risks and just go for it. So it was an adventure to build it, and I've now lived in it for 3 years, and wouldn't want to live anywhere else. It's a wonderful life. I kept the surroundings of the house totally wild. It was about a little over 5 acres, and I have learned more about birds and plants, native plants, than I ever knew I would. And my apps on my phone are very helpful. Because I wanted to share with the community that this is a possibility to build a house like this in this area, I can't welcome people enough to come and see my house. So please give me a call and give me time to clean the floor and come and see it. It's a simple rectangular house. It doesn't look very special, but it's beautifully designed by Hank and beautifully built by Ray's team. I think the definition for the heroes has been stretched a little bit to include a house. But the fact that it doesn't pollute perhaps means that it fits that category. I was asked to write a bio, and I hadn't done that for a long time, at least certainly never for this particular purpose. So I was thinking, what kind of a family did I grow up in? And two stories came to mind. One was that my brother and I were 11 and 12, 13 years old. My brother's bedroom was a nature museum. We found things outside and in the woods and so forth, and we would glue them on a piece of paper and put the name underneath it and then put it on the wall. And we had shells from the beach, and we had a cousin in France. My mother was French, so the half of the family is French, who lived in the colonies, the French colonies. He was in Madagascar and Morocco and all over the world where the French had schools, and he was a school. He worked for the schools, but he was also an avid naturalist, so he would send us for the little museum a lizard with a very spiky tail that he would catch and prepare for the museum. He sent us an ostrich egg. He sent us butterflies from Madagascar. So it was an odd collection. It cost 5 cents to enter the museum. And dead bird, so we would take it to a taxidermist, and that's how we could pay for the preparation of the dead bird. This brother later became a surgeon who was specializing in facial paralyses, and so his interest in nature said, where are there animals that have asymmetrical faces? And said, aha, a narwhal has an asymmetrical face. It has one quarter tooth that has become very long that they poked in the ground in the sea to get the food.